My mother-in-law is furious that we won't tell her I'm pregnant, even though she only dreamt about my pregnancy. My husband and I have been trying to have a baby for over a year. I've had 3 miscarriages all at or before 6 weeks. When we told my mother-in-law, she said, in a phone call, after I explained we were heartbroken, "I don't think my son is that broken up about it. Why are you even sad? Most people wouldn't have known they were pregnant at 6 weeks. So to say I don't want to tell her much about my fertility is an understatement. We didn't tell her about the last 2 miscarriages for obvious reasons. Fast forward a little bit. Mother-in-law had a dream that I was pregnant a while ago. Apparently the last time she had a dream like that it was her first grandchild. So I'm a little unnerved and nervous at the same time. She asks, non-stop, "Are you pregnant? You're going to tell me you're pregnant, right?" The problem is that her dream was right. 2 weeks later I turned out to be pregnant. Fast forward to now. I'm graduating college in a few weeks and am having a graduation party. I invited everyone in my husband's family except my brother-in-law, father-in-law, and mother-in-law. This is because my brother-in-law tried to lay hands on me because I told him he couldn't come upstairs to my and my husband's floor without calling or texting us because he's seen me unclothed and almost walked in on us having intimacy a few times. Frankly, it happened so much that it seemed intentional. When I confronted him in front of my father-in-law, brother-in-law swung at me and called me a beach. Father-in-law did nothing but say, "Don't call her a beach." He didn't try to stop him from hurting me because it'd be an assault on an adult and I could get arrested. Fantastic. I have complex regional pain syndrome which makes the right side of my body weak, so I thought I was going to die. My mother-in-law and father-in-law said I deserved to be swung at and that I shouldn't have said no because brother-in-law has bipolar disorder. Another reason is that they have used my PTSD triggers against me many times. Told me they were glad I miscarried 3 times so they wouldn't have to take care of it, and asked me why was I so sad that I miscarried. My husband and I bought our own house in September, so we aren't around them anymore and have gone into low contact with them. We tried before we moved to get them to understand what they did was wrong, but they doubled down instead. Now on to my husband's grandfather. He emailed me that he knows my mother-in-law and father-in-law didn't get an invitation and that I should bury the hatchet and correct this oversight because he's dealt with this before and I should so love. So I called him to explain all that was above because we had been holding off on telling him. I told him frankly, I am terrified to be around them. He said I need to be the bigger person. He said that he accepts my reasoning, but I really need to think on this and not drive them away. This is because of how he had to deal with his wife's parents and they didn't talk for 6 months. They made me out to be a horrible person and that I should go away forever. I almost did, and none of my reasoning is good enough for him. I don't feel like he really understands and wants me to just suck it up even though I have so many nightmares about this. I really miss my husband's grandmother because she would get it and she understood my triggers. She was the only one in his family that understood and accepted me.